Welcome SIE candidates, SRO requirements for associated persons. This video segment will focus on the registration requirements that apply to associated persons. The focus will be on details regarding the SIE examination, the different SRO registration categories, fingerprinting, statutory disqualification, and the activities of non-registered persons. Additionally, the industry-mandated continuing education program will be examined, including both the firm element and regulatory elements. This segment and the next will include information about registration documentation, both Forms U4 and U5. SIE exam, the first step to registration. Starting October 1, 2018, FINRA restructured its qualification program by implementing the Securities Industry Essentials (SIE) exam to ensure that potential industry professionals have a broad understanding of the basic concepts and rules of the securities industry. The SIE exam consolidates much of the static information that is unlikely to be affected by regulatory changes, such as basic product knowledge, the structure and function of securities markets, regulatory agencies and their roles, and prohibited or regulated practices. The goal of the SIE exam is to reduce the redundancy of subject matter across multiple exams. Some key features of the SIE exam include: the exam is open to anyone who is 18 or older, including students and prospective candidates looking to demonstrate their basic industry knowledge to potential employers. Current affiliation with a member firm is not required. Individuals can take the exam either before or after joining a firm. Exam results are valid for 4 years. However, passing the SIE exam alone does not qualify an individual for FINRA registration. To become an associated person of a member firm, an individual must also pass an appropriate representative level qualification exam relevant to the registration category related to their intended job. For instance, beginning October 10, 2018, if someone is applying for registration as a general securities representative, they must pass both the SIE exam and the newly revised Series 7 exam. These requirements also apply to applicants seeking a representative level registration as a prerequisite for a principal level registration. Additionally, current registered representatives are considered to have passed the SIE exam. Associated persons. According to FINRA, associated persons include officers, directors, partners, or branch managers of a member firm, employees of the member firm, unless their role is solely clerical or ministerial, persons engaged in investment banking or securities business controlled by the member firm, activities of non-registered persons. Although some broker-dealer employees are not required to obtain securities registrations, their ability to directly contact customers is somewhat limited. These non-registered individuals may extend invitations to firm-sponsored events, ask if a prospective customer wants to discuss investments with a registered representative, ask if a prospective customer wishes to receive investment literature from the firm. Non-registered individuals who perform the activities listed above must be closely supervised by their employing firms. They are not permitted to discuss either general or specific investment products offered by the firm, pre-qualify prospective clients based on their financial status, investment history and objectives, or solicit new accounts or orders. A registered person cannot offer to pay commissions or finder's fees to a non-registered person who refers clients to the firm, such as an attorney or accountant. However, the registered representative may recommend the services of the attorney or accountant to clients. Accepting customer orders. Accepting customer orders is not considered a clerical or ministerial function. In all cases, anyone associated with a member firm who accepts customer orders must be registered in an appropriate category. When a registered person is unavailable, an unregistered associated person may occasionally transcribe order details provided by a customer, as long as the registered person contacts the customer to confirm the order details prior to entry. Most associated persons of a registered broker-dealer must register with FINRA based on the firm's business type, the securities products handled, and the capacity in which they operate. FINRA recognizes 2 levels of qualification and registration. Registered representatives, mostly sales personnel involved in securities activities. Principals, generally officers or other management or supervisory staff involved in managing or running the firm's securities business. Of course, registered representatives and principals must pass qualifying exams. For example, the Series 7 General Securities Registered Representative Exam for registered representatives and the Series 24 General Securities Principal for principals. Let's review the different types of registered representatives and supervising principals. Registered representative designations. To become registered, new registrants must pass the SIE exam and one of the following FINRA qualification exams. Series 6 Investment Companies and Variable Contracts Products Representative. This limited exam qualifies a person to solicit, purchase, or sell mutual funds, closed-end funds, on the initial offering only, unit investment trusts, UITs, variable annuities, variable life insurance, and municipal fund securities, such as 529 plans and local government investment pools. Series 7 General Securities Representative. This comprehensive exam qualifies a person to solicit, purchase, or sell all securities products in the primary and secondary markets, including corporate securities, municipal fund securities, options, direct participation programs, investment company products, and variable contracts. Series 22 Direct Participation Programs Representative. This limited exam qualifies a person to be involved in offerings of direct participation programs, real estate, oil and gas and equipment leasing, limited partnerships, limited liability companies, and S corporations. Series 57 Securities Trader. This exam authorizes a person to participate in NASDAQ equity trading, OTC equity trading, and proprietary trading. Series 79 Investment Banking Representative. This exam permits a person to advise on or facilitate debt and equity offerings, private or public, mergers and acquisitions, tender offers, financial restructurings, asset sales, divestitures or other corporate reorganizations, and business combination transactions. Series 82 Private Securities Offerings Representative. This exam qualifies a person to solicit and sell private placement securities as part of a primary offering. Series 99 Operations Professional. This representative exam is for individuals responsible for client onboarding, including account setup and document management, receipt and delivery of securities and funds, depository and firm account management and reconciliation, settlement procedures, contributing to the preparation and filing of financial regulatory reports, and defining and approving business security requirements and policies for information technology. Series 50 Municipal Advisor Representative. This representative exam enables a person affiliated with a municipal advisor to conduct municipal advisory activities on behalf of the municipal advisor. Series 52 Municipal Securities Representative. This representative exam authorizes a person to participate in underwriting, trading, or sales of municipal securities, including municipal fund securities, providing financial advisory or consulting services for issuers related to municipal securities issuance, conducting research or providing investment advice concerning municipal securities, or engaging in activities involving communication, directly or indirectly, with public investors in municipal securities. Principal designations. Anyone wishing to become a principal of a member firm must pass one of the following exams. The specific exam chosen will depend on their responsibilities. Series 9/10 General Securities Sales Supervisor. This limited principal exam qualifies a person to supervise sales of corporate securities, equity and debt, investment company products, variable contracts, municipal securities, options, government securities, and direct participation programs. However, it does not permit supervision of underwriting, trading, or overall firm compliance with financial requirements. Series 24 General Securities Principal. This exam authorizes supervision of all areas of the firm's investment banking and securities business, including underwriting, trading, market making, advertising, and overall compliance. This exam does not cover supervision of municipal securities or options activities. Series 26 Investment Companies and Variable Contracts Products Principal. This exam allows regulation over sales of mutual funds, closed-end funds, initial offering only, variable annuities, and variable life insurance. Series 27 Financial and Operations Principal. This exam qualifies supervision of back-office operations, record-keeping, and compliance with financial rules for self-clearing broker-dealers and market makers. Series 51 Municipal Fund Securities Limited Principal. This limited principal exam permits oversight of underwriting, trading, selling of municipal fund securities, customer communication and record-keeping related activities, processing, clearing, safekeeping of municipal fund securities, and training of principals or representatives. Series 53 Municipal Securities Principal. This exam allows management, direction, or supervision of underwriting, trading, buying or selling municipal securities, providing financial advisory or consulting services to issuers, customer communication, record-keeping, processing, clearing, safekeeping, and training. Failing an exam. If a person fails a qualification exam, a 30-day waiting period applies between the first and second attempts, and again between the second and third attempts. However, if a person fails the qualifying exam on his third attempt, he must wait 180 days before making any subsequent attempts. Exam confidentiality. FINRA regards the content of its qualification exams as confidential and prohibits sharing exam details with others. According to FINRA, it's a violation to remove all or part of an exam from an examination center, reproduce parts of an exam, disclose parts of an exam to someone else, receive exam parts from another person, compromise the contents of a current or past exam in any way. Anyone who breaches the confidentiality rules of a regulatory exam may face sanctions as outlined by FINRA's Code of Procedure. Possible sanctions include suspension or revocation of their registration. To keep this straightforward and easy to understand, we'll be brief and concise. Join us for a follow-up video where we will continue the discussion. As always, please like this video so others can benefit. If you're new here, we invite you to join our community with a free subscription.